Hello everyone, this is Defense Politics Asia, and it's getting a little bit obscene. It's getting very disgusting. The number of frontline changes today is wow, and it's almost all red again as usual. And particularly, I want to show you this image. First we have this tongue, right? We have this tongue coming from Shumi, right? Now, you see what's this? What's this? What is this? What the hell? Russia, what? This is a family-friendly show, Russia. You cannot do this to us. So anyway, we're gonna go the frontline changes report. This is so many. So I think this shall be frontline changes report will be its own video, and then we will do a sit rep separately. So that I can rant about it again. So we're gonna have frontline changes over at Berestove, Mivka, Nevelske, Canal, Mivka, New York region, Progress, Volodymyrivka, Staromaiorske, Pivdene, Kozachi, Lahiri region, and Pivdene, Olishki, and Poima. Basically, actually, it's all red. Everything is red. There's Russian progress in so many places, and these are all not small progress. I shall show you. We go into Berestove first. So those that wanted to see the penetration deep. You have to wait. Because we're going clockwise. So anyway, at Berestove itself, there is some invalidation, not say invalidation, but the Ukrainian mapping have disclaimed this area here, so confirming that the Russians have taken all these grounds. So that's just a simple update over at Berestove. Over at Makiivka, there is some major frontline changes around at Makiivka region. According to the Ukrainian mapping, Russian forces have taken this area here, as well as going deeper into Makiivka itself. And it looks like this is going to be a pincer or a two-pronged attack from the Russian forces. So and particularly over at this northern part, you can see there are some buildings that is already taken. So basically this is like the outskirt, the zombies are here, and then the people, the people who live the furthest, actually get caught by the zombies first, and then they will just run, and then tell the people the zombies are here, and then but it's too late. The zombies are coming from the other side as well. So so that's the Makiivka situation, and nearby around the Nevelske region, there is a lot of correction of the front line from Deep State UA, the pro-Ukrainian side. They have invalidated chunks near Ploshchanka, and also claimed that the Russian forces have taken more grounds around in this area south of Ploshchanka towards Nevelske. And there is this new part in the south eastern part of Nevelske, or near to Sheveno-Popivka, where the Russian forces have made a new progress which was previously unreported by the Russian side. So that is a lot of push from the Russian side, getting closer towards Nevelske. So these are the frontline changes over at Nevelske. The next frontline change after Nevelske, we are going into the Bakhmut front. Over at the Canal region, we have possibly the full capture of Canal district, based on the mapping by Deep State UA. Deep State UA has mapped this in this way. They considered all the forests as well as the entire of the Canal micro district to the Russian forces in their mapping, which means the Russian forces have taken almost everything on the eastern part of the Canal, and also including some part of the forest over in the south of Canal region. The Russian forces basically have raised a flag over at this southwestern part of the micro district, showing that they probably have captured the whole thing. However, this is not claimed by the Russian side. This is only based on Ukrainian mapping. Based on the Russian side, they noted the flag raising, but it only shows them taking one building. According to them, it's not an indication that they have captured the entire of the Canal micro district, but the Ukrainian mapping seems to suggest that's the case. So massive capture of grounds over here in the Chasivia direction. So after Canal, we have frontline changes over at the New York front. So at the New York front, here comes your favorite part. It wasn't even the tip. They went all the way in, and it goes so deep it reached Eureka. It's like Eureka. Like Eureka, but it's Eureka. So, and this Eureka moment is a shock to me, which means that all this while when we are talking about fighting at New York, the fighting wasn't coming from the east. They are coming from the south, coming from below, all the way up, deep into the Eureka moment, and which makes it very complicated because this is firm control. This is actually done by the Ukrainian mapping. This is not Russian propaganda. This is actually done by the Ukrainian mapping, by Deep State UA, and the gray zone is actually huge as well. The gray zone actually was this entire area is a gray zone. So, but these are firm control. The Russian forces basically penetrate all the way up, and if this is very accurate, if this is accurate, and most likely it is because Deep State UA has a very good reputation, they are basically just around 2 kilometers from the center of New York. That is a sudden change of the strategic and tactical situation around here, which means that the Russian forces basically have rendered this entire defense line over on the eastern part of New York irrelevant at all. It doesn't matter anymore because the Russians are here. The Russians have already penetrated all the way in. The Ukrainian forces probably is going to start to scramble, at least from the southern part, they're going to have to scramble up into a position where they wouldn't get encircled. I think so. This is a very, very scary situation for the Ukrainian forces. Huge frontline changes around here. So we'll talk more about this over in the situation report. But honestly, this is, oh my god, this is so obscene. Yeah, like so obscene. So anyway, this is the New York region, and the next frontline change is over at the Nevelske front. We have frontline changes over at Progress. So in this area here, the Russian forces have captured more grounds along the railway line moving towards Progress, and basically it is Progress. So this is in the north of Ocheretyne, and so this is moving on towards this part, and yeah, it's gonna be it's looking rather bad. So the next frontline change after Progress is over at Volodymyrivka, and is over at the Donetsk front, and here is yet another massive frontline change with 6.35 square kilometers of capture. For I actually cannot get over someone say, more the frontline change not even more than 10 square kilometers, and I'm talking about it. The reality is that most of the time the frontline change is actually huge if you add everything together, but this alone is already 6.35 square kilometers. Russian forces taken huge ground. As I mentioned before, this area here, most likely the defense line has collapsed, and indeed that we are continuing to see sporadic updates coming from this region, moving towards Vodian, that the Russians are making progress. So yeah, so this is a huge amount of ground change, and yeah, we are moving very, very close to the highway, the front line. It's around 3 kilometers now, so very, very, very close now. The next frontline change is over at Staromaiorske. So over this area, also massive amount of change. Just by this capture alone is 2.3 square kilometers, and the Russian forces geolocated in 2 different locations, confirming that they have captured Staromaiorske. This is basically as good as it goes, I guess, the capture of Staromaiorske, and I have not actually noted that, so I'm gonna put Russian forces captured Staromaiorske 27. Yeah, I don't think that's the correct thingy, so I just change the color first. So I'm gonna put this. Yeah, So now we put the flag, though it is now confirmed Russian forces have captured Staromaiorske. So unless they're gonna say that, oh, this is also part of Staromaiorske, then oops, I overextended myself. But yeah, but this is basically DPA's declaration that Staromaiorske has effectively been captured. I mean, this part, yeah, this is not a thing to me. Yeah. Anyway, but it is what it is. The Russian forces are making progress, moving towards Makarivka. So this is the frontline change around here, and so I'm not sure if this is premature. I'm not sure. Some people might say no, this is part of Staromaiorske as well. So, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, I may regret this. No, I may regret this. And the next frontline change is moving all the way to along the Kherson front. At the Kherson front, based on Ukrainian mapping, we have updates along this entire fog of war. This fog of war is now clearing up. Russian forces basically have regained most of the control around Kozachi Lahire, as well as in the Pivdani region. Basically, Russian forces have taken everything back in this area here, as well as in Poima and Pivchanka. But however, based on the Ukrainian mapping, they also claim that this area here, north of the river, is taken by the Ukrainians. So I have marked it as well because there's no reason to doubt them based on this area here has been pretty much a fog of war zone for a long time. And however, what's interesting is that there is this area here that is not marked as Russian captured. This is north of Pivstepny. You can see Pivstepny is here. And in this area here, this seems to be under Ukrainian control. Or at least there's some Ukrainian elements that is within this area here. Similar to the situation at Krinky, which is why this area here was not marked as fully red, because the deep state UAS mapping did not mark it as such. So we will continue to monitor this area here and see whether there is some drama coming out from this area or not. Why is this map? What is this? Oh, solar panel. Oh, okay. I thought someone do shadings around here. So very shady. So anyway, this is the frontline changes report. A lot of changes, a lot of very significant changes. Particularly, New York front is now moving in the direction that it will fully invalidate my theory that it is a pointless front to capture, and the Russians going to capture it anyway. So, this is massive change. So, yeah, so we're gonna see New York front collapsing right before our eyes. Poor New York. And I'll see you guys in the next update. Remember to press the like button and subscribe. Of course, subscribe. Sub.